and while we wait for pops.
Yeah, so apparently Track has a 24-hour spawn timer. You don't bring them down before you can respawn them.
That's the way it is for a lot of the spawned mobs.
Yeah, the undead bard has to be up to get the bard to spawn him, which you have to kill the regular one to get the undead bard. And then it's like a 24-hour. Is that what they meant?
Yeah.
Like after you kill Track, the undead bard pops the next day. Yeah.
Right. Or if you failed, you gotta wait another 24 hours.
But there was actually, I mean, it sounds crazy, but on live, you know, things were a little easier later on. There's actually bards that did their epic a second time so that they could just keep spawning Track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can do that because he actually has a loot table.
It's not as good as a regular one, but...
No, but he still drops good stuff.
Yeah.
It's like an easy way to farm good stuff.
Well, and white scales were not 300k there like they are here. You know what I mean? So...
Yeah.
Complete heal OOM. It's kind of a nice outfit. I don't know what she's wearing as a tunic. It's green.
Who is it?
Complete heal.
Complete heal.
Say Cleric.
Mischief? What color is Mischief armor for high elves?
I have not made myself in there yet, so I have no idea actually.
That's soul, or not soul, but TOV, all the testing.
No, because she's a high elf. The high elf one is gold, blue, and yeah, but that one's green.
That's the color. I'm telling you, that's it.
Definitely different from the high elf male. That's like a baby blue.
Yep.
Where'd Cypher go?
I'm in the pile. I'm in the pack. Just staying over here.
He's a dogpiling?
Yeah, he's rubbing his elbows with his newfangled members of his guild.
Guild I can't even join until I'm 55.
See how it is.
Oh, they won't let you into your 55?
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised they'll take you then. Boy, I just meant like maybe. I just meant maybe they want you to be 60. Yeah.
No.
60 full decked out in at least KO or third gear. And...
I think they don't care. I would guess they don't care about gear at all. They just want attendance, would be my opinion.
Attendance, that you have your clickies, the OT hammer, the West Sea cap, levitation cloak, resist, which I have a full set of resist gear on me at all times. And I have natural resist right now of 131 poison and 87 magic.
I'm not even close to any of that, dude, on the resist. What the heck do you have that gives you so many resists?
I don't know. Even if I put on all that resist gear, my warrior wouldn't be close to that kind of 150.
Yeah, me neither.
Alright, here we go.
What do you see?
It's the text.
Flavor text.
Flavor.
Ooh, good citizens of Thurg. Hear me, our city, our people, our very lives are endangered this day. The Kromif are at this very moment marching towards us in an offensive. They hope they will bring about our demise. I hereby command, by authority of the Dane Frost Reaver the Fourth, that all able-bodied Koldane fight to the death in the defense of our land. Children, disabled citizens, and unseasoned travelers are advised to evacuate immediately. My fellow soldiers, take heart. For we are not alone in this endeavor. One among us, an outlander, has earned the title Hero of the Dane for valiant services to our people. This newcomer has brought with him allies that will fight alongside you to help bring about our victory. All right, we're tagging the giants.
Yeah,
Cool.
make sure you tag only the ones that
They're all lined up. Careful, guys.
Yeah, only attack the ones that they're gathered around.
So I think these they take out, but there's pops of armies in different places, and you have to stop and go kill them. I think is how it works.
So they got to do multiple things at the same time? Like they got to keep these guys active so they don't take out the dwarves while they go take something else out?
Yeah,
no, they said that they're just doing this so that they can, while they're waiting for spawns.
Yeah, these are killing, but then there's pops of them around the zone, I think. So just make sure you tag them. I don't think you want to tag them, you know what I mean, until they get to them. It's weird that they're not aggroing down the line, though. I don't remember that. You know what I mean? It's like they kill one, but the third one, fourth one aren't doing anything. You know what I mean? That's weird. Or I find it weird. I don't know.
Maybe they got some type of...
I don't think they move. They don't move. So they're planted where they are.
Is it more of like a timing thing? Like you have to beat these guys in a certain amount of time before you get overwhelmed?
No, I don't think so. This is just more of faction fodder.
Wow, look at all of them, dude. That's a lot of mobs.
Did I not get faction for that? Or you guys get faction? I don't think.
Yeah, I'm
getting
faction. Are you hitting?
I gotta do damage. I was doing a collision. I thought that would be enough. No, it's not.
I'm getting resisted on mine, but I'm getting the faction.
Yeah. I guess I gotta do an actual damage spell though. You know what I mean? Or song rather than a debuff.
Do your like level 2 dot spell or something. Or song.
I got it now. But I just I thought the debuff would be enough to get the faction.
It should, because they changed it so that heals now give you a faction hit, so your debuff definitely should.
Let me look back. Maybe I just missed the text. Oh, maybe I did. Okay. Maybe I did.
Now that debuff, does it take away any positive?
Yay! I did 1 damage.
Nice, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with nice. Alright, we're gonna demem this and try the debuff. I'd rather do the debuff than damage, because I don't want to mess anything up, you know what I mean? That's why. Plus the debuff might actually help them if the other bard's not doing it.
Right. What does the debuff do now?
Lowers resist to magic, fire, and ice.
Oh, okay. Terry, if you have the magic, maybe I could get a Spirit of Wolf off you. Not that I really need it, but if they start running it out of locations.
Just get close.
Wait, where are you at?
We're out here.
Back over next to Donald.
Wait, are they respawning as we go down the line? Oh, no.
No.
Oh, look at that, guys. There you go.
Cool.
What's that?
Holy cow.
Wow, that is kind of
Marching.
cool.
That's scary. Oh, they pulled a single mob out of that.
Pulled a couple of them, yeah, the recruits.
I'm gonna go try to at least hit one of that cleric.
Well, it looks like there's a monk soloing one, so...
I think they're just holding them, spread out.
If I die, res me, okay?
I will definitely res you on my wizard.
No.
Sweet, dude.
There's actually 3 mobs there. Make sure you guys get all of those.
Yeah, it definitely hit the cleric.
Oh, Pretzel went link dead, dude.
Dope.
It'd be interesting to see going from the faction that we had before to what we get after this one. And do you guys know? Like, do you go up like 10,000 points, 100,000? What?
Maybe
Well,
not a lot.
100,000
Yeah.
would be
sweet.
too crazy. But
Hey, there's Laura. This is your high elf mask right here, dude. Right by me. It's a rogue. See the high elf mask?
Yeah, I saw it.
so it's gonna turn you into a high elf female? That's something.
Transgenderness, dude.
I don't know if I got faction on that one.
I don't know if that really is a high elf rogue, to be honest.
It's not.
Kind of looks like it, man. She's stabbing. She's got a shield though. To just
Well,
free.
Laura? I think she's just here for faction, but I think she's a caster.
It's anonymous. Look at her stab, dude.
Now, Dripping, which I don't even want to say their last name.
You see that spearman? He's actually throwing something. The one that fights the monk right now? That's kind of cool. Now, they all look like they have really nice weapons on. I'm guessing that's not actually on the mob when you kill it.
They drop
No.
Valium stuff. Not very valuable, from what I
Yeah.
remember.
The fine steel. Valiant. You know what I mean? The stuff that's like fine steel.
Did you guys notice we got John Wayne in the zone?
Yep.
John Wayne.
John
Well,
Van
it's
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Here you go. Here's your favorite kind of planar stat gear, dude. You like to look at
Whoa.
and ponder about.
Another army.
Ooh, druid. That is nice. Oh, Intel? What? For a druid? That's horrible.
They have to kill another army guy.
Yeah, they're killing more armies and stuff.
Clerics.
Some getting away, man. You better go get them.
What? Where? What? Who?
Those are still
Behind us.
going up the hill.
That's them doing their thing, though. I wouldn't snag any of those.
Yeah, no, I ain't snagging. I'm just saying they better go get them before they go kill all the dwarfs, man.
Pretzel's back, though.
They got clerics.
Why do you guys like the clerics one so bad? You guys just hate clerics?
I think they think they're a bigger faction.
Probably better faction.
You guys are so mean.
There's another. Did they pull another cleric?
Yeah.
There's
There's two.
Okay, I see them actually start to split them out now. Uh-oh, So's gone. Oh, jeez.
Come here. Safer. Just stay where you are.
Okay.
So if they don't kill these guys, do they actually go off and kill the dwarves, or?
I think that's what happens, man.
Yeah.
If they don't kill them.
They march to Thurg, and if they succeed and make it there, all of Thurg will be slaughtered. And it'll be that way for a few hours. You can't use Thurgadin for a few hours because there's nothing there.
But they're letting a few go through, so what is it, what's the ratio? Like, you can let 4 or 5 go through, but not the whole thing, or just not the
I don't know if
healers?
it's like I don't know if it's a particular type of mob that you can't let get to Thurgadin or something like that.
Because you're right, I mean, they are
I-
picking on the healers.
Well, I've seen
Wow.
Alright, here comes
a
some,
ring where it be lost.
here comes some right here.
And all I remember was like a couple giants marching straight into Thurgadin. And they despawn, and then all of Thurgadin is dead.
Yeah, there's
I'm lagging really bad.
dwarfs running around, dude. I don't remember that.
There's a lot of people here. So if you
Yeah, there are armies of doors too.
if you fail the ring war, do you get your piece back? Can you try it again, or do you got to start all over from scratch?
I wouldn't think you have to start off from scratch.
I thought you
No,
got
you
back.
don't. You get your 9 ring back. That's why they DKP it. Is because you get your 9 ring back and you also get the note back.
Oh, so you lose absolutely nothing. So you can just do this again and again and again.
It's timed, I think, though, like on a timer, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, the spearmen are dying rather easily.
I think for a while, like, guilds were intentionally failing ring wars because I think there was a glitch or something to where Dane Frostreaver would, like, spawn anyway or something. And so they would exploit the glitch to try to get him to spawn because they wanted his loot or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm remembering that right.
Hey, Disc, how you doing, man? We are checking out the Ring War, brought to you by Aftermath.
Probably gonna have to move.
We were just tagging things for faction, really, and just watching them do their work.
Say what's up on y'all. You okay, Mr. Flipsides?
I have no clue. Do you see me moving?
Yeah.
I don't even see you.
I see him. He's right in front of me.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Here they come.
Big giant army coming in. Let's see, who are they tagging? Yeah, they're tagging as many of the clerics as they possibly can get their hands on.
12 incoming.
Wow, they're burning that one down
I can't
too.
even see them attacking anything.
They're grabbing them. Oh gosh, I'm gonna miss. I missed that cleric.
Cleric, I said he was burning them down fast.
That was fast, dude.
I can't even see what you guys are fighting.
Too much lag?
Yeah.
It might clear up a little bit. You got to remember they're spawning a lot of creatures in the zone. That could have something to do with it. Oh, they snagged the other. Wow, they burned that guy down before I even got a hit on him.
What's happened to the cleric with me, man? Oh my gosh, look at the little... Oh my gosh, dude. Look at the little Danes going nuts on him, dude. You think they pulled him over here on purpose? I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that before.
No, I think they pad by themselves.
I don't remember that.
Cleric.
Look at all them little dudes, man.
Not getting any faction hit on those. I guess the dwarves are killing them, so yeah, no faction hit on those guys.
Someone from their guild has got them aggroed, man. They're not just moving like that independently, are they? Maybe they are.
You would think if they were aggroing somebody... Go ahead.
Looks like that shaman's leading them around or something.
Where you guys
Right
going?
there. I'm watching them things pass. I don't know.
There's some giants here getting slaughtered.
Well, I mean, some things are important.
Right? Just so like we ever do it again. So there's actually a shaman running them around?
It looked like it.
So they will avoid the fact that they're actually aggroed after somebody and go after the giants if they run into them. That's kind of interesting.
It looked like she was leading them around. I don't know, man.
Make sure they go where they need to be.
It was weird. Never seen that before. Turn myself into water elemental. I think I'm a mage bet. I'll never know now.
Some people from Clue here.
Isn't that the dude we brought? Oh no, he's not.
No. It's Recharge.
Well, hopefully I'm getting faction. I mean, my arms are swinging like I'm attacking something.
I see you attacking the stuff, so I think you're getting
There's
faction.
another army coming. Be careful.
Oh wow, look at that.
What just hit me?
I think the end giant gives a really good faction. I'm up on this hill. I don't see any clerks. They're there. Yeah, it seems like they passed right through us that time.
Oh, because we were over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cleric's getting away.
They missed one?
Yeah.
I'm taking that one.
Don't do it, Nonal. You'll die.
No, not the one on the right.
Oh, the one in the group, yeah.
Yeah, I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb.
Yeah, I can't even see what you guys are fighting. It just looks like people are randomly fighting in the air.
I'm not taking anything under or over 90%.
Assist. Let's see. Who should you assist?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not
like
seeing
the
mobs
cleric.
to assist.
It doesn't matter. I mean, if you're next to one of those guys as you're assisting, you're attacking, you're moving around.
Well, no, I mean, I've tried to assist people, and it will not give me a target to assist.
Oh, I didn't get that one. Damn,
okay.
dude. Oh, there's two just died, man. Oh, they got the Danes. That's why. That
Yeah,
was
the
there
Danes
again.
are there.
Hey,
I
come
got
look at
that
that.
cleric, though.
Come look at that, man. Look, it's China that's hauling them around right here. The shaman. She was in Blackheart Pirates or something before. She's got the head Dane, charmed or something. Probably with puppet string. Well, yeah, probably with puppet strings or something. Or what do they have? And she's probably leading him around, dude. He probably leads the horde around.
Maybe.
See it?
Yeah, I did.
That's freaking awesome.
It's a cool little trick, because, you need a lot more people to be able to do this if you had every one of these mobs being burned down at the same time.
Oh, there goes Cypher.
Yeah, I queued out because there's no reason to even stand there and do nothing.
That's crazy.
I just tried to restart.
Well, you got time.
Yeah, instead of thinking, well, we'll keep them back and protect them, they're using them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To help them. That's pretty neat. Maybe I'm giving away strats. I don't know.
Just what hit me was a arrow. I guess I got aggro on that by being too close or something. So shot an arrow or a spear at me or something, but at long range.
Took an arrow to the knee.
It felt like it was to my face because I lost about a bubble of my life, but I'm only 35. Really surprised it didn't one-shot me.
Right on.
You still checking out the Danes over there? What they're doing?
No.
Looks like they're all walking away. Oh, no, they're back together. She has an entire party with her. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think she's got the first one, and then he controls all the other ones.
No, I meant like a group of people who are there to support her.
Yes, unkindly.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Zach the Scout. I'm indifferent already. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah, because they're right here to the con, right?
One more tier until I'm Wormly.
Is that what you need, is Wormly?
Mm-hmm. But dwarves, at least. Dragons, you need to be ally.
Oh my gosh, dude, that Royal Soldier is threateningly to me. That's not good. So what? It must be on the other faction or something?
Yeah, you have to kill the big guy at the end.
Yeah, I don't want to be too close to them.
And make sure you're hitting all of the clerics and things.
Oh wait, I'm getting the Korma. Yeah, I'm getting the. I'm doing the wrong thing. Let me see if I can get that.
All right, where are you guys at?
Back in the original spot?
Where we started?
Yeah, we ran to the other side.
Okay, I see. Turning all my occupancy down.
I do not. Want
Almost captain.
Ooh.
Yeah, the dwarves are burning him
please
down.
Don't die that fast.
It's the dwarves. You're not going to get faction off of that anyways. Dwarves are burning it down.
Yeah.
No, you'll get faction on it.
I tried earlier when the dwarves killed one of the mobs.
I did it. I tagged the cleric that was being killed by Danes, and I got faction.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't getting any. I didn't get faction on that one.
I didn't either.
Nope. That one died to the
dwarves. Yeah, if a player gets like the last hit, maybe, but
no, a player has to get 50% of the
And the last hit.
Kill.
It's funny, the one that I killed, well, I didn't kill it, but I tagged it. I didn't see a whole bunch of aftermath around it.
Someone just died to the Dane. That guy right there. Wackavale. Looked like he must have done a AE or something.
I see a detox corpse.
He just lost like 100 DKP points for that.
I want to stay away from the dwarfs too, man. I'm scared. I wonder if because I'm an elemental, that's why I'm threateningly. I wonder.
Probably. I
bet it is. Yeah, I bet it's because I'm an elemental.
Ah, you could always change.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if that's why. I should click it off and try again, probably, I guess.
Are these guys fighting people or something?
No, they're waiting, I think.
Wait. I'm like, why am I threateningly all of a sudden?
Let's see, where are all those?
Yeah, it's super fast to be able to change yourself from one faction to the. Ooh, here we go.
There goes flip side.
Wow, look at that.
To your right, dude. To your right.
To what right?
Your right.
I don't see anything.
It's behind
You're
us.
right there. Hi, right here.
Cleric.
How are you?
Oh, you're saying that you see
I'm inviting
me.
you. No, I'm saying there's also mobs. We were to your right. But I just
I have
invited you.
not gotten an invite.
I invited you like 70.
First, I conned a cooldown like
Dude, these things
40
are coming right
seconds
for me.
ago.
The Dane are coming right for you, or?
Both. I was standing right in between them. The two armies. I'm like, please no.
Cleric.
Okay, I'm back to dubiously again. I was like, because of my illusion. That's what it was.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. I can't see anything that's happening, and my lag is just absolutely stupid right now.
Oh, there's a Royal Axeman over there. Wow. I think that's the code.
Yeah.
I'm about to give up on this.
You know, your internet changes. I would give it some time, man. Just kind of sit there and let your internet catch up, because you don't really lose anything by trying. I mean, it's frustrating.
It's not catching up or anything. It's just I can't see anything that's happening. People are running past me and then come back and running past me again, come back and running past me again, over and over and over. So it's not that I am able to participate in this at all.
Yeah, but you were at the very beginning, so it may change again. I mean, it's up to you whether you want to.
The only thing I was able to participate in was the spearmen.
Right. But as soon as like the number of mobs in the zone dials down, that might be something you can get a few more hits in there. Especially at the very end, where it's like the main fight. That's the one that's supposed to count. And that's, I think that's what you said is a big, like from ally to, or from indifferent to ally almost.
Yeah, but I have to see him to be able to hit him.
You might be able to. Kind of a fun little. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they seem to be whipping butt on this, dude. To be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
are they killing it?
No, not right now. Everything's dead. They're just waiting. Rezzing the guys that made some mistakes. It's kind of fun though. I mean, can you imagine doing this one for the very first time and just seeing like giants everywhere? Like,
yeah, it's actually a pretty cool scripted event. Because you got the text from the dwarves and the giants, and then all of a sudden you've got these armies of giants in Coldane, and they're killing each other, and
I like how it affects the entire zone. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure some people absolutely hate that if they're coming over here to get something in particular, and but
Yeah, I know it's irritating when there are things you want to do, but it only lasts a few hours.
it's pretty cool, you know, that the fact that you can't interact with the zone in a certain way.
Ooh, herbs.
Cleric.
2 clerics. Anybody catch an eye on how hard these things are hitting? Because well, you know, it's Aftermath, so their guys have some pretty decked out gear, but it seems like they have pretty much everybody taking a hit, whether you're a paladin, shadow knight, a monk, you know, like any class whatsoever is able to tank one of these things until the rest of the group can jump in on it. But it does seem like there's a healer backup for each one of the tanks, almost.
Yeah, their monks are probably like tanks, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
LD'd again. I'll be back.
Alright, seems like they're running to the other side again. So, my faction with the Kromif could not get any worse. Kromzek got worse, so that's still going down. Coldane got better. Claws of Ashan got better as well. Definitely not max yet.
Guy got his drop for a wizard epic. The green oil.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Off of one of these mobs?
No. Off of,
No.
In fear.
Yeah, the sprocket.
Malflex.
Something.
Malflex. I think I recognize that name.
I haven't even looked at what the wizard epic requires. I know Cypher's been working on his. He got a little bit from Hate last time we were there. Or Fear? No, I
Oh,
guess Fear.
It's really
It's
not
like-
that bad.
I don't remember what that golem is called. It's like this little golem with a lot of HP.
That's the one we killed for him.
It's a broken golem.
Yeah, the broken golem. There we go.
I did the wizard epic on P2002. You need
Easy. He's easy.
you need Finny drop, and you need the broken golem in fear, and you need
Venomous Figure.
Yes, yeah, and that's the fights. I mean, other than that, it's easy.
The remains
Just
or the actual VS?
The actual.
No, the real deal.
And I think the wand is hard to drop off of him, but I can't imagine there being tons and tons of wizards that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe there are. But
Right.
some of the bigger guilds have them probably banked or something. You know
Oh,
what
I
mean?
imagine.
For MQs. But on that server, it was super easy. Here, it wouldn't be so bad as long as you get a guild willing to, really get after the targets.
It's funny that you guys mentioned Finny, because apparently my guild's going after him.
There you go. There's a bard drop too down there. The Kedge Keep Neckbow, I think it's called, or whatever. They need that. Bards need that. And I know there's a wizard and a mage item too.
Pretzel said round 1 done. How many rounds are there?
Geesh.
I was gonna say, you gotta
Can't remember.
get to bed sometime soon.
Yeah, I was gonna go to bed like a half an hour ago, so I may be going to bed very, very soon. It takes a while though.
How close are you on your faction? Did you check it with those dwarves behind us?
Well, I haven't even moved.
Ooh, okay, so some of the dwarves up there are indifferent, but the royal soldiers are now amicably.
Let's see them.
Up there, it's straight ahead, back up the river.
Yeah. Probably my far quit pine, dude. Oh, there we go. Apprehensive.
Royal?
I think, yeah, I was not, was I apprehensive before? I can't remember. can't remember what I said, if I was apprehensive or not.
That's what I was, apprehensive.
See, I think I might have went up. I think I was aimable, and now I'm apprehensive. Is that right? Does that sound right?
No, that should be right.
Okay, never mind. I don't remember that. Maybe I was apprehensive the whole time then.
Because I went from apprehensive to indifferent to amiable.
But they're also, like, charming them or something, so I don't know what's going on over there. They may not be conning correctly.
That's true.
Where did Erica go? I'll put autofall on you for a minute, Erica, with Salus. I'm gonna be AFK 1 sec.
Can make him run her in a circle.
Just don't run him over there by the dwarves.
Yeah.
Because that would be a very bad day for him. Do I hear giants? No giants yet. Yeah, we think that's round 1 right there. Hopefully here in a few more minutes we'll get round 2. I'm not sure how many rounds there are. But you've done this one, right, Tara? Like, you've been back here where you tag stuff.
I actually didn't tag. I just watched.
Yeah, you didn't tag before because you didn't want to interfere, or you just didn't need the faction at the time?
Didn't think I'd get this tune up really far.
Oh, so you just thought you never need it.
What is with this? Damn, dude. What is with this druid gear for real? Here you go, Tara. You need to get one of them too. Just so you know. It's like horrible.
Let's look at that. 13 charisma. 13 charisma is kind of nice. Oh my god, 9 intel. 15 mana.
Druids don't need charisma anyway.
No, but I'm like, it's not too bad. Like, at least charisma you can use for something. Unlike with warriors, where they give you intel, you got to be really pushing the boundaries on trying to find a reason that's a good thing.
If you're doing trade skills,
I was gonna say it helps with trade skills.
I mean, it does have a use, but yeah, like I said, you got to push the boundaries on what's useful.
That would be like almost perfect for a necro or a wizard or something, or a chainer. Actually, would be perfect.
Yeah. That would be really nice.
I would imagine a chanter looks at that and cries.
And then the race that can use it is really particular. Yeah. Jeez. Human, elf, half elf, or
that's because they're druids.
All the druid races.
Where's all the merbs at, dude?
Still,
it's just silly.
Oh, they run to the other side? Yeah, they run to the other side. Ooh, there they are.
Yay, let's kill them in their face.
They missed a step. Wow, there is a huge force coming in.
You want me to go kite them?
Priest of Zach.
It's probably the big dogs.
You want that one right there, the priest.
There's 2 of them.
Karmoth Warrior.
Yeah, we want him too. I always think when I see one with a monks on it, he's gonna like, oh, I need to faint death now, and it's gonna go eat my face. As soon as I see a warrior on it, then I'm ready to tag it.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that on this one. Do any of that. Feign death.
I mean, just to duck a heal. You know what I mean? Like, for a warrior or a monk to duck a heal instead of die, I could see him do it. You know what I mean? If they're off-tanking? I don't know. I just don't want to die, dude.
I don't think anybody in here, in their area that's off-tanking is going to die. Like, it seems pretty simple for them. Look at some of their lives, and it's not even going down that much. Although there's one that was at 24 there a second. I think that was lag.
I better tag some of these over here. No one's gonna ever get me down. There's Cypher. West. He might have turned Skype off so he could do it.
Yeah, maybe.
West of the river.
Yeah, hopefully he can get that fixed, because I know he wants to join Aftermath and do all these crazy things. If his internet can't handle it, though, they're not going to be too friendly about that.
Oh, and I don't see them as a guild. Well, let's wait on him to come back from Lake Dead.
No,
you know what I mean?
They won't care.
No.
They'll leave you there to rot, and good luck getting your body back.
Is Sigador still over here somewhere? I haven't seen him for a minute.
Yeah, he's been here.
I see he's in our group and in the zone, but they're running back to the river now. Did you guys see Flip anywhere?
He was there for a second.
Oh, he was on this side? Okay.
No, he was on the other side with us.
I'll try to invite him back if he wants. Dude, look how little he is. He's so cute.
Oh, look.
Aww.
They're going up the mountain.
Oh. I don't want to run into a giant up here.
Are they going after these over here? Maybe.
Yeah, everything's despawned, so that's not a part of the event. Could you imagine if it wasn't, like you're running into worms and stuff and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
That could be fun.
Priest of Zek coming up the mountain, be careful.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you did have worms and everything else, you'd have the trouble of people actually training you. This is almost like creating an instant of a zone without actually doing that. Because you are taking away everything that's here.
But I'd much rather
Stuff
them
down
do
here
this.
too.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
we
would
were
I.
down there first. Or I was down there first, actually.
Yeah, I'm on the bottom. Why are they killing the stuff on top?
Two up top. Two at the bottom, two up top. No, Cypher didn't even get our invite. He was trying to do no Skype. You know what I mean? See if it helped, but it doesn't seem to be, he said. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I give up.
Man, sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. It is a zone-wide thing, so hopefully if you do get in that guild, you can do some of the raids with them where it won't be this laggy.
Something's going on.
Yeah, they're running.
I give up.
I don't have levitate. Oh, and I'm losing Spirit of Wolf.
I don't know where you guys are.
I'm right there with Terra.
Here you go.
Go. Go.
so cool to see this many people moving across the landscape, though. Oh yeah, check it out. This guy's got axes this time.
Got an axe to grind, dude?
You know, some of them have hammers. Okay, so the priests seem like they always have hammers.
Ask you a question.
Whoa. Easy. Oh, what's that at? Okay, that's a rogue, I think. Okay, I got both those priests. Warrior time.
I see a lot of warriors running around with those Dragonborn pants. Kind of making me wonder if those are better than the Kale or third ones.
You know what we need to do, dude, is some necklaces. We never do those.
I think we could, now that we have somebody who has a slower. If we can get them up, what level is your shaman?
Me?
Yeah.
53.
You think you could slow the dragons over? 55, 56 probably, right?
Yeah, I don't know. 53 might be low. We can get,
honestly, probably just on like a level 60 torpor on me.
Well, you know, I can do the Sea Hills. We just need somebody who can slow it.
I think we can do it, dude.
I think we probably can. I've seen that area down with 3 people.
And they're probably all level 60.
Well, you know, it was the Paladin, me, which I was at 60, and the Shaman.
There's more over here, dudes.
It doesn't really matter if the Cleric's level 60.
Well, that's what I said.
Just healing.
Did you guys get these over here?
Kind of matters for everybody else.
I got all 3 here. I have not gone
East.
over here. Nah, see, yeah, they're about to get taken out by the dwarves.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, there's a general, dude. General.
Ooh, Quamif, the warrior is ready to attack, so don't get near that guy. Why is he ready to attack? I do not know. Oh, that was the enemy. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Thought I was targeting the...
Oh, I'm taking the general, because he's not over there. The dwarves aren't over there.
Yeah, the dwarves are right next to it, though.
Yeah, I think they're going to kill the general, though. Oh, I got faction on something. Maybe it's the ones over here, though.
How's it going?
Not bad. We're just still doing the waves. Do you know how many waves there are?
Mm-mm.
I started off as apprehensive, and now I am amicably. So, pretty decent faction.
Yep, there goes the general now. They're killing the general.
Yeah, they're already running to the other side.
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
I bet.
I can't do it.
Oh, more coming, dude.
Oh, yeah, from the other side.
There goes the general. No faction on that one.
Yeah, like I said, man, I think you'd probably be okay in most groups with them. It's just the fact that this thing takes over the entire zone. So that's a lot of lag I'm sure it's causing.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I'm seeing everybody doing everything that they're doing. I just can't see the mobs that they're fighting. Like, I was able to follow them everywhere that they went, but I couldn't see the mob.
I know, it's almost like it wouldn't load properly for you.
Yep. And I rebooted my computer too. But either way, I'm gonna go grab some sleep. I'm gonna try to be up tomorrow for Thum.
Oh yeah.
And I will see you guys then.
All right, man. Sorry again.
See you, man.
Hopefully we'll see you in the morning.
Yep.
Night safer.
Night.
I'm gonna give it to another 10:30. I'm out too. Sorry to yawn all over your faces, y'all.
That's right. Now, you were gonna go to bed earlier, so what time you gotta wake up? 3, 4?
4. Yeah, I'll get a good 5 hours sleep or better. Dude, you tell me you never sleep.
I know, but for most people, that's not a good thing. Yeah, like you guys love your sleep.
I'd like taking naps. I'll take a nap tomorrow.
I mean, if I get 2 hours of sleep, I am
He's a
golden.
cat.
But you, on the other hand, you can hear it in Cypher when I play with him overnight. He's always yawning at me, and I'm like, are you tired? You need to get some sleep because we can stop. And he's like, yeah, I'm falling asleep here.
Alright, now when you keep me up all night, I'm like
sleep
half
all
asleep.
day.
Yeah, you know, that's, those video games, they're addictive. Especially when you get into a group with somebody you can play with and kick some
He's
butt.
like, one more round.
See, I go all night. I go all night because I won't sleep anyway, so this gives me something to do.
More faction, more faction. I got a helmet to turn in, man.
Yes, I'm warmly to the Royal Cleric.
That's
I don't know if
awesome.
that means anything, but
Yeah, probably a good thing.
Yeah, warmly is all you need.
all you need is warmly.
Do.
Are these giving Whooshy? Yeah, Coalition too. So
Yeah.
nice. Getting your Sky Shrine done too.
Get a little bit more faction, you get that helmet. Have you looked at the stats? Is it something that you really want, or is it just like a slight upgrade?
Who?
Me?
Yeah, for Donald.
It'll be I don't know, man, because the thing I have now has 30 charisma on it, so it's gonna be rough. But it's definitely a better HP, AC, melee helmet. You know what I mean? If I'm tanking or something, it's definitely the helmet I want.
Yeah,
if I'm tanking.
If you're pulling though, like you want to keep that charisma up. 30 charisma is a lot to lose.
Right.
So
I don't know.
What's the helmet you have right now? Is it Bard only, or is it for everybody?
It's for all. It's negative, but it's it's pretty bard specific, to be honest, man. It's -5 dex, which is not good for bards. 30 charisma, and then -30 intelligence, and then +5 agility.
So that might be like Paladin. Paladin could use that and not have to lose anything really.
Yes, but Chanter doesn't want -30 intelligence. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The dex is really the worst negative stat on there.
For you,
but then it has for me.
Paladin. I mean, some paladins have weapons that proc, but not a lot. And the one that you're gonna get now does it just have strength, stamina, kind of thing, or
Like 25 HP, 20 something AC. You know what I mean? It just has better AC, better HP. I think it's got saves on it, like 1 or 2 to each thing. Stuff like that. No clicky or anything like that. No.
I wonder how often you actually use that.
I don't know, man. I actually thought about putting it on someone else, but I have a Cleric that's level 35, and I have a Shadow Knight that's 26. You know what I mean? It'd be a ways until I put it on somebody else.
Yeah, you have to get the faction on those guys.
Yep.
I don't know. What about the custom? Have you looked at the custom helmet and see what it looks like for you?
Yeah, it looks like a bell dome kind of thing for FF, dude. Kind of looks like a bell on your head.
So you're not too into that one.
Yeah, I'll use it over the RoboCop look though.
Right.
If that's what it gives me. If it gives me the RoboCop look. Without it. I think it's... Yeah, I don't know if it gives you... I don't know. Or at least that's how I always pictured it. It's saying it looks like a RoboCop look.
That's pretty apt. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like to me.
I actually like having the no helm graphic or whatever.
Wow, these guys are booking it. I have a hard time keeping up with them with Bard speed. I wonder what they're using.
I don't know, but we're back at the river, and I think it's a good time for me to log and go to bed. Even though I would love to tag the very last guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wish I could tell you how much longer you had, but it could be,
Oh,
you
no.
know,
I've
3 or
done
4
this
more
before.
waves.
I've done this before, but I don't remember, man.
All killed ain't come to me at once.
The Royal Archers over here are apprehensive to me still, so there you go. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. I got to work tomorrow, like 5 to 1 or something like that. So I don't know if I have to work over or not. So might be around.
All right, man. Take it easy. We'll catch you then.
Yeah. See you guys.
Just
Yeah, I am over encumbered, so I'm sure that all my tunes always are. That's why I don't even look at that anymore. There's something about the peaceful sound of this zone with the wind blowing through the mountains. I think it put everybody to sleep. I think Cypher and Nodal couldn't stand it anymore. It's kind of like listening to the rain when you got to go to the bathroom. You know, it's almost a little bit of torture for them. I like it. I find it very peaceful. I wish there was something in this zone that I could kind of come in here and kill. I think maybe the dwarves at some point. What about you? Do you have a favorite zone? Something with music or sounds that just kind of, you know, makes me want to spend more time in there?
You know, if you go into Crystal Caverns and you go into the palace,
Right.
there's a song that plays that's actually pretty cool.
Not a lot of people go to that area.
Like I'd never heard it before.
It's a nice little town, too. I mean, if you're not too big, if you're an ogre, you're not fitting through any of those doorways or even, like, the bridges. You're not getting underneath those. But if you go in there as a high elf, you can kind of duck. Not sure if an erudite can fit through all the doors. They're a little taller than most.
They're about as tall as high elves.
I don't know. There's a high elf right here, and I'm standing right next to her. I'm a good 2 to 3 inches right over her. Definitely is a long quest. No idea. I thought maybe 30 minutes. This is going to be like an
It
hour
lasts
long.
a while.
Let's see. I love Great Divide. It was my favorite zone on live. Crystal Caverns was good too, yeah. The one zone that most of you guys don't like is Lava Storm. When I'm over there next to Soul B or Soul A, that volcano erupts, and that's what causes that thunder. I like the thunder, but most of you guys get kind of shaken by the suddenness of it, and it's very, very loud. So, yeah, it's definitely a thing. Najina has some pretty unique music. Not music that I really enjoy, but definitely unique. Oh, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near those ready to attack mobs. I think they picked up a few more this time.
It's just you and me, Neil.
Go ahead. Like 1,000 other aftermath. Yeah, but I wasn't sure what faction to put this guy on. I'm still not sure. I may have to switch it back, but Most likely, he's going to go down like Sky Shrine. I don't think TOV, or not TOV, West TOV is going to be a thing for a Silkcaster. I really have never looked at that armor to even compare it. Because I know plate is definitely better for plate users.
Kill armor in general is more about the AC.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
even
why.
for
That's
casters.
why a lot. That's why. Yeah. That's why a lot of tanks and melee want it because of it has the highest AC out of all of them.
So yeah, I think I'm pretty safe going with this faction on this dude. My warrior, on the other hand, is always going to be going after that KO. Although the last time we went down there, we just didn't have the right people to do it. Maybe in the future we'll do them again, but yeah, it's a little tough to get guys to go down there and kind of ruin their faction.
Well, you gotta remember, it's a casual guild. People have lives, and there were some people that they just couldn't make it.
True. I wasn't bummed out about it.
A lot of people that were there the last time, they weren't there that night.
Is this the Shaw quest? No, it's the ring war for your Coldane ring. I always forget about the thunder and have my sound way too loud. I think a lot of people do that. My sound's not too loud, at least I don't think it is. It sounds kind of perfectly fine to me. But that thunder is so much louder than everything else in that zone. If you turned it down so you wouldn't be surprised by that, you probably wouldn't be able to hear anything else while you were there. And not that sounds in this game are crucial to your survival, but they do help. If you're in Sol B, if you stand at the entrance, you can hear around the corner when the kobolds are howling. You can sometimes hear if they're walking your direction. You can see the shadows through the walls sometimes. So there's the little things that you can do to give yourself a tiny bit of an advantage. Especially when you have a train coming down towards the entrance, if you're sitting there, you can hear the mobs beating on whoever their target is. And you know to kind of stand up and, like, you know, either zone it or feign death or do something so you don't immediately die when that thing comes rushing around the corner. Which I think, again, is another perfect design point when you're thinking about how they built the zone. A lot of these zones, you run straight and you can see the zone line. There's no kind of distractions to get in your way to see if there's anybody sitting there. But when you think about Lower Guck or Sol B, you know, they're all in those top, you know, 40s to 50 zones where things start getting a little tougher. You always have to turn the corner, and when you turn the corner, that's when you see if there's like 5 or 10 or 15 people sitting there at the entrance that you're about to train. Now, of course, you can just do the OCs or the shouts to let people know it's coming, but it's hilarious to be sitting there and see those things just barreling around. Sometimes it'll be frightening when it's like fire giants. Like, you can hear those guys crushing it as they walk, but yeah, when they turn the corner, it's kind of disheartening. You try to zone out of there as soon as possible. I'm sure you've run into that yourself, Tara, right? Or a certain version of that, being trained at a certain zone.
Yeah, haven't we all been trained?
Do you have one zone that just seems more particular about how they come barreling around that corner rather than you can see it coming?
Not really. I mean, there are zones that are just kind of notorious for trains.
Like Mistmore, I think, is one of the biggest ones out there.
I've heard City of Mist is pretty notorious for trains.
But see, like with Unrest, there is a long tunnel, and yeah, you got to make several turns to get out of there.
I remember Kazakh Thule back in the day was notorious for trains.
Oh yeah, well, the weird camera angles, the way the mobs move around, and the temple being as funky as it ever was, even on this one, kind of lends itself. People getting lost in the maze, and be like, oh,
yeah, I remember that.
I only got one mob on me, and all of a sudden that one mob is like 12 mobs, and you're just barreling for the door.
Used to always have to have somebody in a group come get me whenever it came to that maze.
If you spend enough time in there, you will learn it. But it's so easy to kind of get lost in there at first, and then to figure out that there's actually other stuff on the end of it. You know, you can go in there where the pyramid is and kind of go up the steps, and it was just really fun to go in there and explore and get into trouble. I think Kazakh had some of the best experience. Kind of a beginner area for dungeons.
Yeah, it did have crazy good experience. It still does.
Grashnak. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, level 16 Troll Warrior. Yeah, Kazakh was fun because I played there with my Shadow Knight. And my Shadow Knight, of course, there was a lot of Shadow Knights trying to get in groups over there. Because that's where our decayed, like, left bracer and left pant leg and yada 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 would drop. And we all wanted that, not only for the epic, but it was really good armor. Like, if you could get that while you're in that zone, that was an upgrade. I've done this on a couple tunes, usually get 1 or 2 more. Any idea? Sorry guys, I'm talking to somebody here who's and the kittens who say meow, he's leveling up the faction for his warrior. And it's surprising that he's going with the Kale armor to start with. Should be at least one more coming up since we saw Nardid talk. But you know, some people don't think that they could ever get in to get the faction for a West TOV or even the armor from West TOV drops. Terry, you were saying that your guild just started doing that, and we've only done a few raids, but you guys were talking about it for a while, and a lot of people were just saying that they didn't want to take those faction hits for going over there, and they'd prefer to go over to just the halls of testing.
It's mainly clerics that aren't on board. That's why we have to get people from outside the guild to come heal.
Right. And see, I got everything that I need on my cleric. I don't have to worry about faction anymore. So I don't care if I go for Kale or go for whatever, as long as I can get a few pieces every once in a while.
High Priest of Zach.
They're pulling them off to the right. I'm not touching those things until their group is on them.
Be careful, there are a bunch of veterans there.
Yeah, I'm backing up way back up. Holy crap. So it seems like they ran the clerics off, split them up from the main group, got 3 of the veterans. Let's see, what did they do with the clerics? Wow, they ran those clerics way off. Look how far out in the distance they are. And they're letting the dwarves kill off these other guys. And then there's 8 hours, nothing spawns in the zone worth fighting. 8 hours. You think that's a good thing, though? Like, somebody who's never gotten their tooth, this would be the perfect time to run over here and grab it. You wouldn't have to worry about any roamers. There's usually a worm or 2 roaming by the Druid port in over here in Great Divide. Not that it's really horrible. Like, you can put on an invis and pretty much get through the zone without any trouble. But, like, this is so much safer if nothing's up. Also, guys, Noddle was the first one to notice this, but our warrior friend here also commented on the fact that they're using the dwarves to kill the giants at their leisure. I'm not quite sure how they're doing that. So if any of you guys out there watch this video or are watching the stream right now and know the answer to that one, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on it. Nonal thought maybe she was using puppet strings to kind of lead these guys by the nose and take them over to a certain area. Maybe she was using it on the captain only and everybody else just kind of follows. I don't know if that's true or not. Whatever it is, it's a very, very cool tactic. Because it doesn't seem like any of them are taking any damage.
You could those little doors go.
There's a whole army right there. Yeah, they always have somebody tanking these things. Hurts the faction, hits the... Oh, yeah, because we're not able to kill all the mobs and get the faction hit for it. I don't know, it's interesting. I kind of like it. Oh, great, now we're running to the other side. Look at that, guys. How often are you ever going to see this many people running over the landscape of a zone? You know, raids are usually indoors in a dungeon. Requires everybody moving from, 15 feet away to another 15 feet to another 15 feet, room to room to room. But running across landscapes like this, that's something pretty rare. I don't remember too many quests or too many raids where this is a thing. And it's kind of a shame because I like the way it looks. It may not be very practical, and I'm sure people get lost all the time, especially if they're brand new to the game and they haven't really done any of these before, but it's a sight to see. Alright, so we got 3 veterans here. Can you toss, he might already be in a group, but if you can toss Grash Knack into our group, if you want to assist me, I have him targeted. Figured that way we can kind of keep an eye on him. He's low level. He's in Kittens Who Say Meow. Says he got a haze finally. My piercing has got up 20 points. Hey, were you able to see him or no?
I'm invited.
Oh, okay. Let's see, I have 3 spells. My purpose. So there is a group spell at level 57 for a cleric that not only heals the entire group, but also cures. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Cures poison.
Is that one purchasable from Fiona Vi and Outpost, or is that one that you have to get off of a drop?
Is it a drop? I don't remember.
Because they were talking about that's the one that they use when they're killing, what's his face over there, and
I did. I got aggro.
Did you really?
Yeah, I wouldn't advise that.
Oof. Okay. Well, I mean, they're trying to figure it out because they did it today, and they failed. You know, they lost that one, so they're gonna have to wait for another 24 hours to try it again if they do it again tomorrow. But one of their tactics was.
I think what we ended up doing is having our shamans on cure poison duty.
Yeah, I'm usually not a fan.
And we had our chanters doing a rune chain. And You have to kill him in 20 seconds. You just have to.
What happens after 20 seconds? The poison?
I think he does death touch, to be honest, and
To everybody?
you don't want your tank to go down, basically. I think that's, I mean, I'm not, it was a while when we did Trackanon, but for one thing, he banishes, and what you do is you have your tanks in a group with a Koth mage, and when they get banished, they have to have a hotkey set up where they say, "Oh, I've been banished," and then the mage will work on Kothing them, and then you're gonna have your chamois on cure poison duty, and everybody that can heal needs to be healing.
Sounds like a pretty tough fight, but if this all lasts within 20 seconds, this is really fast. I don't know, I kind of look forward to giving it a shot.
But I would imagine he does death touch. I don't think he did death touch when we did it because we killed him so quickly. But if he did, yeah, I could see how that could cause problems.
Now, when you say you guys killed him quickly, how many people did you guys bring?
We had a pretty good showing of people. We had Paradox and Hydra came and helped us, and there were some people that knew the bard that we were doing for, and they wanted to help him out. So they came in. Actually, level 1 Undercon was there.
Oh, very cool. So you guys had what?
And he tanked it. Like when our for the first time we did it, we had him pull. He was like our sacrifice, the first one to get banished. And then the second time around, we actually had him tank after our warrior was banished. And it worked out pretty well.
If you kind of had to guess, though, on the numbers, you thinking like 36, 50, 80?
Maybe like 40 to 50.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's definitely doable for most guilds. It's a sizable investment, though. I mean, you got to get the people out there.
That might be a generous estimate, but
generous isn't like more than you think they were there, or less?
There could have been less.
Still, 40's not bad. That's about what they got here. Or it's about what they had when they first started. I don't know if everybody's still here now. Kind of all spread out.
Yeah, it's basically just a matter of burning him down as fast as you can. I mean, obviously, when your tanks get banished, they need to be caught as soon as possible. But it's really a matter of just burning him down and keeping melee alive so that they can burn him down.
Well, I'm out of bat wings, huh? Alright.
I can levitate you if you need.
Yeah, I'll snag it when we get over to the other side. Seems like we're running back to the far off giants. Yeah, now that I've gotten a few tunes up higher level, I'm trying to get my guys into some of the crazier, unique type of fights. Vindy, some of the ones that we've done in the past, but I've never done BS since being back, and some of the dragons would be fun to kind of play around with.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about Trackanon, because when we actually beat him, or the bard that we did it for, he was poisoned and I didn't know, and he died from it. Like right after we killed Trackanon. It was the funniest thing ever.
if he has to sacrifice his life so that he can get his epic, I think that is a very small price to pay for something that's going to help him out so much. Like, those are not easy to get. From what Nana was saying, that's 300k just for the white scale from the dragon. That's crazy. This is more money I think I've spent in the entire game put together on all my tunes. You up here with us, or did they leave you behind? Oh, there you are. Or somebody got me. Alright, where you guys go? Now, on live, did you ever raid hardcore and going like every couple of days to another raid for hours on end, or was it only when you came back to this one did you kind of get into it?
On live?
Yeah.
I didn't raid on live.
Oh, okay. So this is like your first time
I
experiencing
I
some of
only
these places.
got the highest level I got to was 35.
There's definitely no shame in that. What's your experience like on here versus live? Because, as a low-level 35 kind of thing, you didn't get to experience any of the high-end content, but you got to experience some of the mid-game stuff. Do you find that it's close to live, or do you find that you still see a few differences that you would like to see them integrate into it at some point?
Well, a lot of the lower end stuff, like, I remembered a lot from live. Like, I tried to recreate some of my experience from live, but, a lot of the places that I used to hunt, like, people on here didn't really go.
Like where?
Like, well, Kazakhstan for one thing. I used to go there all the time on live and nobody was ever there. And KFC in South Corona, I was always there. I remember there being multiple camps there.
Yeah.
But nobody was over there when I first joined.
Yeah, you're definitely right on both of those. The Kazakh Duel was... Every zone in the game was definitely camped to the degree that you probably will never see again. And there was a waiting list to get into the waiting list. KFC, though, was fantastic. Like you said, there was multiple camps up the ladder. That you'd have a whole group camping like 3 spawns. And, you'd put your name on the list and go up to the next one, to the next one. Did you ever make it to the very top? Did you find your way up there to where you could sell and kill, like, the big dogs? And
Yeah, I remember being like in a treetop group or something like that. I remember pulling on my ranger.
Oh, so you played a ranger. Alright, that's not something you get to see too often on P99 or on live. Like, rangers, they didn't quite have that stigma because it was a brand new game, people were learning it, but they definitely weren't a class that most people embraced as fully as maybe they could have. I think those are gonna die. Now, did you like your ranger, or did you feel like when you came back this time, you wanted to go with the class a little different?
No, I liked her. I just liked the ranger class.
Because, your main this time is a cleric. Did you find maybe you made that one because it was easier to get groups?
No, my main on live was a cleric.
Oh, it was?
That's
okay.
why I made my main on this server a cleric. But when I joined P99, I originally wasn't thinking about making a cleric. But I ended up doing it just because I felt like I had some unfinished business from live that I never completed. So I made the cleric to, I guess in a sense, finish it off. And now that my cleric is like level 60 as her epic and has been raiding, I kind of feel like I've done it.
Yeah. I don't know, I think part of it for me with the cleric anyways was that I've always been very group oriented, and I couldn't quite get that as much as I would like, at least as fast as I wanted to with a Shadow Knight. Yeah, Shadow Knights were okay. People liked them some of the time. They did suck away a little bit of the experience from groups, so getting them in there was not always the easiest thing to do. But clerics, I don't care if you were a bad cleric or a good cleric or an amazing cleric. If you walked into a zone and did LFG as a cleric, you were going to get into the group a lot quicker than any of the other classes out there. And I love that. I love not having to wait for like 5 hours to get into a group. Or maybe not 5 hours, maybe like an hour and a half. So it cut off a lot of the time. Have you seen that difference, though, from playing the different classes that you have? Do you get into groups faster, or do you find that you just group with the guilds and you don't really do a lot of pickup groups? Because you got several different tunes out there.
Well, I'm not. And different guilds. But, on live, I remember being in a guild, but I didn't really do anything with them. Like, I don't even remember what they were called. And, I did a lot of pickup groups on live. And, I did make friends. And a lot of times I would group with people that I would know because, they would notice I was online and they would ask me if I wanted to group with them.
So you did those more than you did like the pickup groups.
Yeah, I did pickup groups a lot, and I also did friend groups. Oh, that was another zone too. Is actually Wraith Mountains. I remember there used to be camps in Wraith Mountains. I remember being in giant groups.
See, that's one zone that I never got to experience like that. So you're saying that how many groups were in that zone, do you think?
Probably at least several. I remember there used to be a lot of people there.
What do you think were the most popular? You mentioned the giant camp. Did you guys have any of the other ones out there?
I don't know, to be honest. I only ever did giants.
Because I know there's some low-level camps in that area, or at least monsters that you could probably kill if the higher ones were being taken out. It's a little dangerous because it's a high mix of high levels, low levels, and everything in between almost. Ooh, they're about to kill the war. Oh, I didn't get the hit on the warlord.
No, it doesn't matter. Because NPCs got too much damage on that one. Oh, yeah, to death. It's a warrior. Gave his life for the cause.
Right. He's probably over there taking something and they just didn't get there in time. They are spread out really thin, it looks like. They were hitting 3 different locations all at the exact same time. I don't know if these mobs speed up, or they just, they're getting faster and faster in the respawn rate, or if they're just getting slower on...
I think they just pop in different areas and you need to intercept them.
So randomly, like there's no way to predict what spots just...
No, I think it's predictable. But you just need to strategize, and you need to have groups of people in different spots. If anything, acting as a diversion so that they don't get to Thurg.
I'm surprised they don't have a bard pulling them around the zone and just kiting it until the rest of the group can like snag one kind of thing. Yeah, booking it, guys. I don't think my wizard has done this much running in a long time. Now, out of all your tunes that you do you have a favorite one? At least right now, I understand. Like, you know, your Cleric that you kind of feel like you finished off. But if you had to pick one tune to kind of go back and play the most, which one would you pick?
You know, I'd have a hard time with that because I like my tunes for different reasons. Like, it depends on what mood I'm in. Like, actually, I did make an enchanter, because, playing this druid, I just discovered that I really like charming. I like doing that. I like charm soloing. And I'm able to do it with animals on this tune, and I just thought to myself, you know, I'd probably really enjoy enchanter.
Yeah, if you like charming, I mean, I'm sure that's right up their alley, because that's what they do, but that's kind of unique or kind of cool that you got to experience that and kind of learn that about yourself by playing a druid, something that you probably didn't expect when you first started.
Like, that's probably when I started really enjoying the druid the most, is when I started charming in Emerald Jungle.
Oh yeah, you and Donald over there doing that thing, and giant mosquitoes. Is everything over there charmable as an animal? The mosquitoes,
No, not everything is categorized as an animal.
anything that stands out that isn't? Like, what was the one thing that you thought would have been that didn't come out as an animal?
I don't know. Probably the undead gorillas. I thought, well, they're still animals, aren't they? So I could charm them, but no, they're undead.
Well, then a necromancer. I mean, that would be right up their alley. Charming undead. The dwarves are already here. I guess we gotta run back. Not gonna get any faction on those guys. Which way is it? This way? I think it's this way. So have you watched any videos on the charm kind of setup? I know Shariki's been doing a lot of that. You can watch Nibris. Even Super Bids and Bob, he started an enchanter that he got up to, I think it was like 20-something, 30-something over in Najina.
No, I mean, I just started the chanter, and it's just a tune I'm gonna play once in a while when I feel like it, really.
Now, are you going to play him solo a lot, or are you going to be in groups a little bit more?
I don't know. We'll see. I'll tell you, though, that area around Erudin is absolutely terrible for level 1 people. It's like the worst starting zone.
I kind of liked it for my paladin. It's kind of a cool little spot for him.
Once you get to level 2, it gets a lot better, but when you're level 1, man, I was like running around for 20 minutes just trying to find an even con.
Oh, well, there's a zone over there. I can't think of what the name of it is. That is really, really good for the low levels. But I never spent too much time in that place.
I'm talking about level 1.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there's a few odds, but you get past level 1 so fast.
It took, like, longer than it has on any of my other tunes because I couldn't find anything to kill.
They're not coming over here to kill that, so I wonder what's going on. Yeah, and then you gotta take the boat to get out of there and go over to Kino's, which is kind of
or
like...
get a friend to port you.
Yeah, but in the old days, you didn't have anybody who was that level. You know, like, it was a brand new game. People who had ports already were crazy, crazy expensive, and yeah, it wasn't really something you could afford.
I remember people must have figured it out pretty quickly, because I remember, you know, I started playing Everquest like the summer of the year it came out, and already I was seeing all different types of people, like all different types of races and everything, so people must have figured it out pretty quickly.
I remember it being a big deal when you would see like an ogre or a troll make their way over to like Jifei. and you're in like Crushbone, and an ogre would come in there, and everybody would run up to the entrance to see this new race that was over there, and it was pretty cool. The fact that people would respond that way.
I remember my brother being a Lobie, and like one of the first friends he made was a dwarf paladin.
It's a classic combination.
My brother, his main was a human paladin.
Yeah, I think that was before people realized that humans were kind of gimp in a lot of aspects, and you almost never see anybody as a human anymore.
Humans aren't really gimp. I mean,
they don't min-max anyway.
They don't excel in any one area. They're balanced.
Which kind of makes them a little gimp compared to everybody else who's min-maxing nowadays.
I don't really see it that way, though, because it's pretty easy to build stats.
But you will never be as powerful as they will. Like, I don't see it that way either. I don't mind humans. I know Chupa and Cypher and some of the other guys will give humans a bad or hard time, but like, you got to play the one that you enjoy the most. And for me, the one race that epitomized monks was humans, because that's the only race you could be to be a human. And so there was just every monk I remember playing with was always a human, and I never see any human monks anymore. It kind of breaks my heart. I realize they're not that great.
Oh, really?
They don't have the regen anymore, but
I still see human monks.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to go back when they talk about building the new server, where they go back and trace the steps of Everquest from day one, and then you have like a year before the next expansion, and so on and so forth. You're only going to see human monks at that point. That's all you can have, and you're going to be able to go up to plane of fear, plane of hate, plane of sky. Plane of sky will probably be about the same on the pools, but plane of fear, plane of hate.
Classic monks were kind of gimp anyway, just because a lot of their gear didn't really have great stats. I think they were taking more of a lore approach to monks. The whole forsake everything else, like earthly possessions and everything. And
I think that's exactly what it was, and it was a great.
Oh, this guy flurries. Be careful.
Oh, I'll get back pretty far. But yeah, it was a great experience to see those guys in action. And yeah, they were weaker than the Paladins and the Shadow Knights as far as armor goes.
Yeah, my monks are like freaking godlike.
Yeah, they're tanks. And it's just weird. It makes a little sense because they are kind of in that class range.
Like they're not tanks, but they can tank in like a pinch.
I have seen them tank better than some Paladins and Shadow Knights based off of their gear.
It's because of their armor class.
Yeah. But, even with, again, that's kind of where live went, is where the stats kept going up.
It's a combination of, like, their armor class and, like, their dodge abilities and stuff.
But I always thought they should have to wear cloth armor, and they should have to use their fist. I think that's how, like, in my mind, when I watch those old karate movies where the words or lips are off, that's what I picture as my monk in my head.
They were silk armor, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah, it's
kind of.
But the stats are too high. I think the stats should be lower.
Have you ever felt silk? It's like the softest thing ever.
I understand that. I'm just saying, I think they should take hits really hard, but their life should regenerate a little bit faster than maybe other people's. I don't have a problem with that. And they should do a decent amount of damage, obviously. And they attack faster. Like, those are kind of the attributes I see with the monk. I don't really like the fact that they can tank the same way, or even better than some of the other tanks out there. Because then, like, a Shadow Knight and a Paladin, what does a Shadow Knight have compared to a monk? Like, a monk can do everything the Shadow Knight can, and it can do it better.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. Whenever the tank goes down, one of our monks is like, "Oh, I'll tank it."
And they do just perfectly fine. That was the last guy?
Yeah, they survive. That's just like, jeez.
Was that the end? The name guy?
I don't know.
Maybe not. Everybody's still here. But, it got to the point, too, with all the other classes out there. I've been told on live where wizards have so much AC just due to the fact of inflation with all the armor that they're able to tank nowadays. And that doesn't, he's a cloth caster. How's that even a thing? Doesn't make any sense. Now, is he able to tank the toughest mobs in the game? Probably not. But is he able to go back, one expansion and tank all those mobs? Absolutely. And that's just nuts. At no point was my cleric, and he's wearing plate, feeling uber. Like, at every step of the way, if I went into the GNet at level 50 with my cleric with all his armor on and sat down and got aggro on 2 or 3 mobs, and those aggroed other mobs, and those aggroed other mobs, and they were all gray to me, those grays would kill me, probably before I could get to the zone line. You still had limitations, and you just don't have those limitations anymore, I don't think, on some of the live games out there.
Even rogues can kind of tank if they're decked out.
I mean, they can. They're wearing...
Not as well as a monk, but yeah, I've seen rogues that, they can take hits, and they can actually stay alive if they got a good enough healer.
The problem with the rogues, unlike the monks, is they can't hold aggro.
I duoed with a rogue friend with my cleric in Burning Woods in front of the Chardock gate. We used to do that all the time, and he could actually hold his own.
How was the aggro thing? Because I've seen where rogues try to tank.
He had proccing weapons.
Oh, yeah, that might work, actually. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, proccing weapons are a big deal for tanks. If other classes can use them to the same effect, that kind of nerfs the tanks a little bit in what they have as their, their bread and butter, basically. Almost to the point where maybe they shouldn't be able to use proccing weapons to grab aggro, and it should be a little bit more about the taunt button, just to kind of mitigate that and keep that in somebody else's backyard and not in everybody else's. I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see how they move that into Pantheon, which is being built or created in part by some of the same people who made Everquest, whether they update those features after seeing how they were integrated into other games. You see the Everquest and I think Vanguard are under their belt, maybe a few other games that I'm not aware of, but... Is there anything you would have preferred to see in a new MMO coming out that has EverQuest-style combat and trade skills and things of that sort? Like a class that you maybe didn't get to see before, or a skill set that a class should have or didn't have?
No, I'm sure I have, but I'm just not thinking about it right now.
Right. I mean, the biggest thing for me, and it may sound...
I'm like the kind of person that needs to write lists down.
Right.
Or else I'm not going to remember anything.
Yeah, for me, though, the biggest pet peeve that I have with modern MMOs is the chat. So many games, it just gets bogged down with too much. So I'm going to be very curious. This is going to be one of the first things I look at, is how does the chat work in that game? And is it clean and crisp? Can I see what people were saying? Do I want to look down there? Or is it a mile a minute with spam and people selling me gold and, all that crazy, crazy stuff that goes on in there? I don't see any more doors.
I don't see anything on track.
It's a long time to wait in between. I realize if we were actually in the raid, we'd probably be happy for this little break. It'd be a good chance for you to sit down, med up, heal up, rebuff, and get ready for the next fight. But I don't see anybody doing that. Like, I do see people sitting down, but I don't really see any buffing, or rezzing or any of that kind of stuff. So this is a long time in between a fight. There's actually not as many people left anymore. Right? Is it just over? I can't be. They're still sitting around.
We killed the Randy guy. He's like the big boss.
That's what I thought. I mean, it's the first name that I've really seen since we started.
He's the one in the text.
Let's actually scroll up and see. Did they say anything when he died?
No.
Oh, well, it says invasion has been frustrated. Bring me the head of Naradai and your hero's ring. So that's it, right? You bring the ring and his head.
Yeah, that must be it.
I wonder why they're still here then. If any of you guys out there have done the ring quest before, actually, let me hit this guy up. He's not even on anymore, so yeah, that might be it. I don't know. What do you want? You want to give it a few more minutes and see if they head out, or call it here? Because there's people asking for rides down there. Any available ports? Can anybody give me a ride to Cobalt Scar? I'm thinking that's the end of the raid right there. Alright. Let me load up my port to Commons. But yeah, guys, I think this has been a pretty successful raid. I think they killed everything that they needed to kill. And we got some pretty good faction. I went up 2 folds on my faction. Not too horrible. I thought maybe it would be a little bit more than that. I'll definitely have to come back and check it once the real mobs actually pop up over here. But where'd you take us?
Great Divide portal.
Why?
Because I want to see if the doors are still alive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll run over there with you. Check it out. But yeah, 2 folds on faction is not horrible. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of jump in such little time. And you didn't even really have to stay the whole time. I went from apprehensive to indifferent after, I think, maybe 20 minutes. And then from indifferent, it took a little bit longer. Now that I'm at this level, I think it's probably right there on the line. I don't think it's going to take too much longer before I am close to being kindly. Definitely a lot faster than I am. This guy is a pig. It's very heavy. He's been sharing those cupcakes with Guggulin. Surprising how friendly the ogre is with some of my other tunes. You think he'd be kind of a butthead and, you know, beat these guys when they're not looking, but no, he's just he's a teddy bear.
He hasn't given me any cupcakes. It's just crap.
Well, they're made out of dwarves, so you might not like them. Sometimes they have like eyelashes still left in them and toenails.
But your erudite enjoys them.
You know, he doesn't have any taste buds. Because
wow.
There's a birth
Why?
defect. You know, it's because of the big head. You know, it compensates in other ways, but
wow.
you got to come up with a backstory for all your tunes, just in case you guys didn't know. Used to be a thing. People used to click on you and inspect you and see your bio. I don't see that anymore. I miss it. I wish that was a thing. Like, you can come up with some crazy backstories for your guys.
Kind of came up with a backstory for my paladin. Like, she's like this ditzy blonde.
That
was actually gonna write a story for her. Put it on my Magello.
I definitely should. And you know, the fact that you can take screenshots of such quality in this game, you could do like a little kind of comic booky, you know, Batman pow punch kind of thing, and it would take a little bit of effort, definitely, but oh my god, it would be so cool to see stuff like that.
Yay! They're warbly.
Sir Blast always loves spicy food, fried his taste buds. Yeah, that would work. That actually not too bad. Let's see, what do they want? No, I'm still stuck at Amably. Can I get through? Ooh. I can scrape my head a little bit, but I can get through.
Yay! I can do the quest.
Oh yeah, what pieces do you have?
Well, Two-Link was gonna MQ some stuff for me. The sleeves, gloves, and cap.
Nice. I think I have the sleeves myself.
And I have the boots, but the gems for that are expensive.
What kind of gems do you need?
The crushed flame emerald.
Yeah, I don't think I have any of those. I'll definitely have to check my bank and on my Cleric anyways and see. I know sometimes you can come over here to these vendors and people have sold their gems to them, and it's kind of crazy. But either they don't know or they really just don't care. It's just too much work for them to go and try to sell them in the commons, and they'll take whatever little tiny, plat that these guys actually offer. So I do try to check them out anytime I'm here, just to make sure. Harpoon of the Depths. 2 decks, 20. Yeah, it's not worth 680. Green Silken Drape, definitely not worth that price, but it is a nice little thing you get from Soul B. And for those of you who are kind of curious about doing trade skills, this is the place to come right here in Thurg. They're all right next to one another. It's...
Ah, now Two-Link screwed up his faction.
Oh, no. What did he do?
I think he killed Dane?
Oh, man. Okay, well, that's going to be a little bit longer for you to wait on those. That sucks. So close. But it's not too bad. If he's going to be coming out with us on the raid tomorrow, then, he's going to get a little bit of faction hit on those as long as he tags every single one of them. So hopefully he can make it. As always, guys, we definitely want to thank you for watching. We're going to go ahead and end the stream here. We will probably be streaming tomorrow. Again, that is up to the weather. I am planning to make it to the raid, but that hurricane is coming in. If it is as severe as everybody says it's going to be, I may not have any power. I may be underwater. We'll just have to wait and see. But hopefully you guys will be able to come and join us. It is an open raid, 8 Central Standard Time, 9 Eastern Standard Time. Paradox is hosting it, level 45 or above. Everybody's able to random on the loot, and it's always been a fantastic time. We have plenty of clerics, which is what I will have over there. I'll be coming over on my warrior, and yeah, it's just going to be fun, guys. As always, have fun, group with people, and we will catch you tomorrow. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.